fun video. I have a Northstar Firebird and a Bell Flashfire, and we're gonna get out in the water and compare these two today. Just a side-by-side comparison of the Firebird to the right and the Flashfire to the left. The Firebird is a half a foot longer, and also it does have a little more depth, especially in the bow and at midship, which you can see right here. The Bell is in their black gold, and my Northstar is in starlight. So first I'm going to take the Firebird out for a spin. We have it in the kneeling position here with Cooke Custom Sewing seat pad. And you'll notice the woodwork that has the ash gunnels, the walnut thwarts and deck plates. And this is just how I love to use a Firebird. Kind of in and out of all the little cuts in this river, but still decent acceleration. I can sneak up on wildlife. And of course, I also have a little bit of fun in moving water. All right, well, now I got my good old Bell hat that my friend Jim just got me. I actually didn't have one left over from my Bell days. And my 2004 Flashfire in Blacklight LT. So this stands for Lightning Tech, and what they were calling that was basically a skin-coated version of Blacklight. So no clear gel coat, but just a skin coat. So this was the first couple years of them doing that, and they were dropping weight by 15%. And so now, of course, the Northstar line doesn't use gel coat at all. So kind of a cool story of evolution. I personally do not miss gel coat fractures. This boat definitely brings back memories. Here's a closer look at the Flashfire. Just like Northstar's Blacklight, this black gold is a solid core boat, meaning there's no foam. It does have an air-filled end tank. Current Northstars now have foam-filled end tanks that give a little bit more room for gear. And then the cane seat. And the cane seat's one thing that you have to be a little bit more careful with. Normally I'd put a seat pad on this just to protect it a little bit more. Both boats really respond well to just a little correction, though I think the Firebird has a little bit better tracking and acceleration. It's been a couple months since kneeling in a smaller canoe, so I definitely was feeling it. But boy, the Flashfire just really lets you know if you do something right, it responds. So I'm trying to kind of work through a few moves just to show you that. And I apologize to all the pro freestylers out here who have these down flawless. So the whole point of some of these freestyle moves are really just to learn your boat control so that you can take variations and principles and apply them to moving water or general touring paddling. So it's a fun thing to do, and then you can see some of the same moves used here to catch an eddy. So this is just a fun little urban spot right in Bend, and there's just a couple little current spots that are fun to play with, and I didn't have a whole lot of time this day, so I came down here and I think I'll be back. This was the scariest thing all day. I thought this guy was gonna attack me. I liked the way the sun and the warmth was coming off these rocks, so I set my camera on a rock in the middle of the river, paddled down here to take a shot, and by the time I turned around, this little squad of dudes was getting ready to partake. Who needs that when you have this? Though you can see I was a little sloppy here for the first paddle of the year. Well, this Flashfire definitely brings back memories. It's like being in your first car. I do notice that I feel like I'm sitting up a bit higher in this boat, or possibly just the Firebird had a little more depth around the paddler, and so it kind of feels like I have a little more leverage. Also, the bow height and the stern height are definitely lower. I noticed it going through the waves a little bit, so probably not a boat that's going to be quite as dry. Overall, I mean, this is a lot of fun, and I see why there's such a fan base for this boat. Definitely feel the Firebird is a little bit more A to B, maybe a little more trip worthy, but this is just a fun poke around boat. I know why I kept it. I'm on the cane seat, which is cool, and then of course just having an old Bell to go along with my Bell hat. Wow, that was a fun day on the water in January. Got the two boats put away. I did put the Firebird one step below the Flashfire, a little easier for me to get at because I'm probably more apt to use the Firebird than the Flashfire, mainly also for my work. But I do like the fact that it's a little drier and a little bit straighter for the type of paddling that I mostly do around here. But for those that are into pure freestyle and just love, you know, boats that represent a time in history, that Flashfire is awesome from Bell. I'm glad I have it. And I think it'd be really neat to have a Firebird and IXP, although I do have a Phoenix stashed away over there. But just something that I could be a little more rough and tumble than I was today. So I hope you enjoyed that one. I'm sure some of you guys might be in the situation of having both of these boats as well, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, or one or the other, and hear what you think if you've tried paddling both. All right, well, hope we get some more snow here so the rivers run all summer, but until then, happy paddling.